Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to Mrs. Spuds. I'm so happy to have you back here with me. This week, we're going to be talking about how Miriam saved Moses, and then how Moses later on saved a lot of people. So we're going to jump into this. I'm super excited to share with you the Bible story. I have everything written down right here in my cute little notebook, so we're just going to jump right into it, okay? We'll be right back.
I got love like an ocean, I got love like an ocean, I got love like an ocean in my soul. I got love like an ocean, I got love like an ocean, I got love like an ocean in my soul. I've got peace like a river, I got peace like a river, I got peace like a river in my soul. I got peace like a river, I got peace like a river, I got peace like a river in my soul. I got joy like a fountain, I got joy like a fountain, I got joy like a fountain in my soul. I got joy like a fountain, I got joy like a fountain, I got joy like a fountain in my soul.
Today we're going to learn about Moses and Miriam. Okay. Most of the Israelites lived in Egypt, where there was also a lot of people called Egyptians. Too bad they couldn't all just get along. But as you'll see, and you'll come to find out, the Israelites and the Egyptians were treated very differently. There was a king called the Pharaoh who came into power in Egypt. He didn't like that there was so many Israelites, and he thought that they would one day take over the land. So he decided to make all the Israelites into slaves. He made them work from early in the morning till late at night, doing very hard work. Even if they were tired, the Egyptians wouldn't give them a break. They would just make them work harder. It was very bad. Pharaoh did all this and he still wasn't happy. The Israelites were still growing in numbers, so he decided to make a law. If any boys were born to the Israelites, he would have them killed. At this time, there was an Israelite couple who were expecting to have a baby. When they had the baby boy, whose name would later be called Moses, they decided to hide him because they wouldn't let anyone kill this beautiful, precious baby of theirs. They hid Moses for 3 months, but as he got older and he didn't sleep as much and he cried louder than before, so his parents did the only thing they knew what to do. They made a strong basket, sort of like a mini baby boat, and put blankets around the baby and placed the basket in some tall grass in the Nile River. Baby Moses had a sister named Miriam, and she watched from a distance to see what would happen to her baby brother. While she was watching, she saw somebody coming. She realized it was the Pharaoh's daughter and her servants. They were dressed like they were famous, and she had seen her before and remembered what she looked like. Pharaoh's daughter had come for a swim. While she was swimming, she noticed a basket floating a little ways away in the tall grass. So she asked one of her servants to go see what it was. The girl brought the basket over to her, and when the Pharaoh's daughter opened it, the light startled Moses, so he woke up and he started crying. What a sweet, beautiful little baby. It must be one of the Israelites, Pharaoh's daughter said to her servants. Miriam had seen what had happened, and she hurried over and asked, "Would you like me to find an Israelite woman to feed the baby?" "Yes, go and find someone who can nurse the baby," she answered. Miriam ran as fast as she could and told her mother that the Pharaoh's daughter had found him and wanted someone to come nurse him. They went and found Moses and the Pharaoh's daughter, and she asked them, "Please help me and nurse this baby. I will pay you for helping me." She didn't realize that it was actually Moses' mother. Later, she became the son of the Pharaoh's daughter. He became the son of the Pharaoh's daughter, and that's when she named him Moses, which means she got him out of water. Wow, what a wonderful story. Thank you so much for joining me. Good morning, boys and girls. I hope you've had a wonderful week. We are going to do something a little bit different today. I'm going to share something with you that's been in my family for many generations. It is something that I have enjoyed with many family members and friends, and I would love for you to be able to enjoy it with your family or friends. And it's something that you can do along with me. And I just want to make sure that you understand that you are a capable, awesome, special kid, and you can do anything that you put your mind to, okay?
So we're gonna go into me showing you how to make mashed potatoes, and I'll explain why, buds. I know a few of you had a few questions about that. Where did it come from? So my name is actually Murphy, which means potato in Ireland. My family is very Irish. And so I wanted to teach you a family recipe of making mashed potatoes. I thought it would be super fun. So what you're going to do is you're gonna grab a few different things to get ready. You're going to have potatoes that are already washed, water because we don't want our potatoes to turn a weird color. So when you're done peeling them, you always put them in cold water. A peeler, if you're with an adult, hopefully you're able to do this with some family because the holidays are coming up and it'll be super fun for you to do this. And then a cutting board. So what we're going to do, hold on one second. I'm going to check. This is just my great grandmother's old little diary, and I just want to make sure that I've got everything that I need. Okay, yep, I do. Awesome. So we are going to start by peeling the potatoes. Something that's really important when you're peeling is that you always peel away from you. You want to make sure that you're very safe. So you hold the potato and you peel away from you. Sometimes you're going to get a few spots that need a few extra areas of peeling. And we're just going to go ahead and peel all the potatoes. This might be a fun time for you to turn on some Christmas jams and sing along, or maybe some hymns, or for you to just discuss with your family kind of what's going on in the world. My favorite conversations with my family happened when we were cooking together. And I think cooking together is a really good way for you to have something that you're doing, but you're also able to take the time to really check in with one another and ask each other, hey, how you doing? You know, let's talk about it. So in the world today, we need more of that, right? We need more of that checking in and kindness. Even when it's your family and you think that you know that everything's okay, you know, you gotta check in. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and do this. Usually I have my giant Irish family here with me, so it's not so quiet because they make a lot of noise and they're usually very anxious for these potatoes. So I'm thankful that I'm with you all today because it's a little bit quieter. All right, welcome back. So our next step is actually going to be cooking the potatoes. But before you do that, make sure that, again, your potatoes are in the cold water and they're really submerged in there, which means that the water is covering all of the potatoes, okay? So we're gonna grab a pot with water. It's about halfway full of water because remember, we're gonna be putting the potatoes in there. And we want to make sure that the water doesn't go over, right? So I'm going to take off my beautiful ring, bring these guys a little bit closer. We're just going to grab all of the potatoes and put them in here. They're all really well peeled and ready. Awesome. We're going to wipe our hands. You can get rid of the old potato water. And what we're going to do is we are going to grab a good heaping, which means large amount of salt, a tablespoon of salt, and add it to the water that we're going to cook the potatoes in, okay? And we're going to cook them to fork ready, which is something that I am going to teach you the meaning of in the next clip, okay? Alrighty, friends. Welcome back. So while your potatoes are cooking in their pot, getting nice and warm, we're gonna make sure that we have a few things ready for when they're all done, okay? So I've got this awesome bowl, my spatula to make sure that I can, stir them. I've got my smasher, which has a technical name, but that's what I call it. We've got some sour cream, some cream, and some butter. So all those things are gonna end up in here together along with the potatoes. I'm super excited because it just started raining again, it's super chilly, nothing like some nice mashed potatoes to help you through a rainy day, okay? Awesome, we'll be right back. All right, friends, so it looks like our potatoes are fully ready. We're gonna go ahead and always make sure that when you're dealing with anything with the stove, that you have an adult with you and that you always have hand mitts, because this is really hot and getting a burn from this is really gonna hurt, okay? So make sure that you're with an adult and that you use your hand mitts, okay? So we're gonna take this out, and I just wanted to show you with one potato what it looks like to have it be fork ready. So, all right, so for it to be fork ready, it basically means that you're able to put a fork into the potato without having to give any sort of push. So see how this one just kind of goes right in there? It's nice and ready. It's ready for the smasher to smash it, okay? To make those yummy mashed potatoes. We'll be right back. All right, friends, finally my favorite part, okay? So we've got these yummy potatoes. They are all cooked, all ready to be smashed by the smasher. But first, we're gonna go ahead and add our mixtures. So we're gonna take this beautiful butter dish and take off the top. Always be gentle with these things because they can easily fall. We're gonna put all this butter in here. I'm putting 2 sticks. That might seem like a lot, but these are a good amount of potatoes and everyone loves butter. Butter is just a gift, really. And then we're gonna go ahead and use some heavy cream. Just a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and just do a little bit in there. And then we're gonna do just a little bit of the sour cream, okay? We'll do this much and then we'll see how it tastes and maybe we can add some more, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and do some smashing. Make sure that if you are feeling worried about how hot it is, or if you have any questions, to make sure that you have a parent with you to help you out, okay? And it's up to you and your family. You can add different things to it. Sometimes people add pepper, sometimes people add, they don't add sour cream, sometimes they do. It's really up to you. But we want to make sure that we get out all of the clumps, which can really be a workout. But it is well worth it. We're getting those clumps. It's really important that you want to get this nice and creamy. Some people like their mashed potatoes lumpy. That's okay too. The fun part of mashed potatoes is you can't really go wrong because it's potatoes and butter and just yumminess. So it's really just up to you, whatever you like. I like mine to be pretty creamy, so that's why I like to mash and mash and mash until I just can't mash anymore. Okay, I feel pretty good about this. So we're gonna just get that off of there. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little bit more cream. And a dollop more of that. And then I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna stir it around. It's looking pretty good, friends. I don't know about you, but my mouth is salivating. I am very excited to eat this. Okay, and then now is the fun part. I get to try it. Okay. Make sure you blow on it because it can be really hot, okay? Oh my goodness. Nothing like some mashed potatoes on a cold day. All right, we'll be right back. Okay. Nothing like some wonderful tea. Okay, so we had such a wonderful day today, making our mashed potatoes, hanging out. we're going to go ahead and eat. So some might say, Mrs. Spuds, why do you have mashed potatoes with your tea? Or why do you have mashed potatoes instead of ice cream? And I tell them this, I don't discriminate. I like both, but today I really wanted some mashed potatoes. For me, the rain reminds me of when I was a little girl and I used to make mashed potatoes with my grandmother. So that is something that I love to do. All right. So good. All right, friends, thank you so much for joining me. I had a blast. I hope that you're able to enjoy some mashed potatoes with your family and friends, maybe show some friends how to make them. Thank you so much for coming. I'm so happy that you were able to be here. Okay.
All kids are such special people. I can't wait to see what everyone will do when they grow up. I can't wait to see who will be the next new doctors or scientists or the next NBA or WNBA superstars.
Are kids really that great though? Because all the CEOs and famous artists are already adults.
I don't think anyone should listen to you. All kids have talents and are special.
Why do you think that?
Well, everyone had to start as a kid. Think of Mozart. He started playing piano when he was 6. And to learn a skill, many people say that you have to have at least 10,000 hours of practice. That means that all adults who are super skilled had to have started when they were a kid. So even when you're folding clothes or counting shirts, it gives you skills that help you later in life in math and art.
How do you know all of this?
Because I've learned that God can use me to help inspire other kids around me.
But like all the pastors and the worship leaders in church are all adults too.
But they started out as kids who went to church and learned the Bible stories, just like you and I.
Blah, blah, blah. I still think kids are useless.
What about the story of Miriam and Moses?
I haven't heard of
What
that.
about it?
Well, Miriam is a kid and she saves Moses, so...
A man from the Levi tribe married a woman from the same tribe, and she later had a baby boy. He was a beautiful child, and she kept him inside for 3 months. But when she could no longer keep him hidden, she made a basket out of reeds and covered it with tar. She put him in the basket and placed it in the tall grass along the edge of the Nile River. The baby's older sister stood off at a distance to see what would happen to him. About that time, one of the king's daughters came down to take a bath in the river, while her servant woman walked along the riverbank. She saw the basket in the grass and sent one of the young women to pull it out of the water. When the king's daughter opened the basket, she saw the baby and felt sorry for him because he was crying. She said, "This must be one of the Hebrew babies." At once, the baby's older sister came up and asked, "Do you want me to go get a Hebrew woman to take care of the baby for you?" "Yes," the king's daughter answered. So the girl brought the baby's mother, and the king's daughter told her, "Take care of this child, and I will pay you." The baby's mother carried him home and took care of him. When she was old enough, she took him to the king's daughter, who adopted him. She named him Moses, because she said, "I pulled him out of the water."
You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with
am so very thankful for my family and so very thankful for all of you. What a wonderful subject to be talking about all day today. How Moses was saved by his sister Miriam. Wow, that's such an awesome note of family. We are going to end today with our prayer like we do every week. All right, let's get into our praying position. Jesus loves me every day, when I am at school and when I play. Amen. All right, everyone, I hope you join me next time. Thank you.